I remember when I was a girl, we used to have chickenpox parties where one child in the class would get chickenpox and everybody else would rush round to their house to make sure their child got it early, because if you get it in adulthood, the symptoms tend to be much worse. So what is it? Well, chickenpox is caused by a virus and it's very, very common and very contagious. You get it, or you start to get symptoms, about a week after you come into contact with somebody who's been infected. But they may not know they've got it yet, because in fact you're infectious from 2 days before the spots occur until about 5 days after they've first come out, until all the spots have scabbed over. Your child will often feel really quite grotty and unwell, maybe have a cold, and 2 or 3 days after that they will get those first spots. They start off as little red spots but very quickly become blisters filled with clear fluid. However, your child's going to be very itchy and therefore they may well be scratching, and all you'll see is the little hole left behind, or the scab, where the blister has been taken away by the child's scratching. What can you do about it? Well, the good news is that most children will get over chickenpox with no complications. In about 1 in 10 cases, they'll get an infection because they've scratched and a bacterial infection can get in. In about 1 in 20, they'll get an ear infection, which can be quite nasty. There are very serious complications of chickenpox, including inflammation of the brain, that's called encephalitis, and pneumonia, but they are rare. So for most children, it'll be all about keeping them comfortable. They may well be very, very itchy. Don't let them get too hot, that'll make the itching worse. If their temperature is high, they'll also be losing fluid more quickly. Don't worry about eating so much, but do make sure they have plenty to drink. And if they get very itchy, particularly at night, and are uncomfy with it, then an antihistamine in liquid form may be really, really useful. However, you do need to look out for the warning signs, but I do stress they're rare. If your child becomes very drowsy, if they have fits, obviously, if they're having difficulty breathing, if they have a very severe headache, or if they're becoming really unwell in themselves, especially if they have a generalised rash which bruises or which bleeds under the skin, you must see your doctor. On the whole, they will get better. You'll have them back at school about 5 days after the spots have first come out, once they've scabbed over, and in a few weeks it'll be just a bad dream.